I'm Glenn from Get Down and Dirty Prospecting. Today we're going to talk about the classifier, as I see a lot of YouTubers putting videos out and basically they're looking on top and then throwing it out like that. And realistically, the stone or the gold that you want to find is going to be straight down on the screen. So really all you do is flip like that and have a look, because your heavy items are going to be right on the top. So you're not just looking and throwing it out. And there's a few other things about today, while it's a good hot summer's day, that I thought I'd go over. I've been prospecting since I was 10, and I was shown by the old timers how to actually prospect in crevicing and prospecting, all the little ins and outs, as these old guys that taught me, their fathers were miners from the 1930s, depression years. So they used to take me out and say, look, there's a spot over there and they got 30 ounces from, and they'd point to another spot and go, oh, 100 ounces came out of that little mound. So not that you can see that knowledge, and maybe I will post it if anyone's really interested. I'll go up these creeks and actually post these spots that got a lot of gold. But at the moment I want to show the sieve, and believe me, some of these old guys were pretty tough on me. They'd never like to see me even use a sieve. I swear, they'd kick me up the backside if I was seen using a sieve, and I swear I'm sure I've still got a bit of leather tucked up there somewhere. Anyway, we won't go over that. So first thing is about the sieve is clay. When using a sieve, it's probably better to just put your dirt in a pan with the clay, with all the different size stones, and wash, and it breaks down easier than using a sieve. It just clumps up more. Second one is you can pan faster using just a normal pan with normal wash in it. Well, I feel, because when you've got it all one size and small that's come through a sieve, I just feel it's harder to pan. I definitely can pan faster using a normal pan with normal gravel in it. But that's anyone's choice. And me, I love to see at the end of a pan that I can see a beautiful picker. You might get 100 small pickers, but sooner or later you're going to get a picker that is in that sieve or classifier, and if you just throw it out, you're not going to see it, and it is damn nice seeing it at the bottom of a pan when you're just cleaning it out. Okay, so that's just a few reasons for using it. Okay, so they're my three main reasons for not using it. As I said, the old timers would never like me to see using it, but there is reasons for using a classifier. The main one for using would be if you wanted to use a sluice, you'd probably need to have that fine gravels there to let the water run through it. The second one would be a yabby pump, and of course you need, when washing it into a classifier, just helps because a bucket is a little bit higher and sometimes can lose a bit coming out. So that's another reason you can pump it into a pan and a classifier and it doesn't spray out everywhere. So that's another reason for using it. And the third reason that I would use a classifier is if I was walking up a big hill and I wanted to take a bucket of dirt down, I'd probably take a sieve or classifier up with me and try and dry classifying a bit, so I'm not taking too much weight back down to the water, because that's damn hard work, and really prospecting's supposed to be fun. Alrighty, so and the other reason, main purpose of a sieve is to catch gemstones. I mean, let's face it, they're great for catching sapphires, and I've got sapphires using sieves. using a Willoughby, takes all the weight off. You just pump it like that, flip, and then pick through it, and the heavy material will be in the center on top. So, and that's the same with gold. They'll be in, maybe not in the center, but they'll certainly be on top once it's flipped. And these are some of the things that you really don't want to miss. You know, some of these pickers are not going to fit in. I mean, some people call them nuggets. I mean, some of them are pretty big, but a lot of them aren't going to go through a sieve. You know, and I've been doing it a long time, and I'd hate to miss out on something like that and just throw it away. Just nice, nice gold pickers in there. A lot of them, they're just not going to go through some of those sieves. And they look great at the bottom of the pan. From all Sofala area right up to Hargroves, some of these flatty big ones, they're not going to go through. Imagine chucking them out. It would be nice, I can tell you. I'd hate to just lose them. Some of them from different areas, different gullies, different creeks. You know, some of them are beautiful, but you can't imagine that going through a sieve. It's just not going to go through. All these, they're not going to go through. And if you're tossing them out, wouldn't be much fun, and eventually you will. If you get 50 pickers, you can guarantee one's going to not go through that sieve or classifier. So, you know, that's part of the problem of using them. Not going to go through. Lovely rough piece, straight out of a vein by the looks of it, but it isn't going to go through. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to use the classifier. I've been doing it so long I prefer not to, but as I said, it's each one's choice. But as for me, I'm going to just keep doing what I do best, and that's just pan, because I can pan a lot quicker than most people can use those small sluices. Most of the time I use a rocker these days because I like to prospect probably just as much as crevice, and if I find a spot that, you know, I can do a lot of using a rocker, well, that's as good as going to the gym in my book. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video on the classifier, and I hope it helps a few people out there, because sometimes I see all these videos and I do see people just throwing it look down, throw it straight out with a full sieve. So don't forget, just take these little nuggets out. They can go back to the bank later. Just flip it like that after you've done your classifying and got all the smalls through, and on a patch somewhere that you can see, and have a quick look. Not a long look, just a quick look. They'll stick out, you'll see them. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.